Hello everyone, while you join me sitting in my 1994 Toyota MR2 Turbo T-Bar JDM model. I thought I'd do a quick video of this car, kind of introducing it. I've not done one on it so far. So I originally bought this in 2009, believe it or not. I bought it from a company called NVI, Northampton Vehicle Importers here in the UK. They were actually quite a prolific importer of MR2s and cars at the time. They actually had, I seem to remember on their website at the time, 4 of the Mark II MR2 Spider versions, which is a very rare Japan-only car. I think they only made about 70 of them. They're a Spider version of this Mark II. So this is my car. It's a 1994 JDM Revision 3 Turbo model. I bought it in 2009. I sold it to my brother in 2012 or so, I think it was. He owned it for a bit. It stayed off the road for it's been off the road for about 4 or 5 years now, albeit it has been started semi-regularly. And I've taken ownership of it again. So my plan with this car is to get it MOT'd and get it back on the road and roadworthy. A man in dandism, New Richmond Sports. I love that. It's got this midship runaround badge. Runabout, sorry. So I thought we'll just do a quick intro, and also I've just put a battery charger on it, so let's see if it starts. I haven't started it, I think, a couple of months now. I did, since I got it, you know, it was laid up for a while. The only job I've really done on it is I did give it a clean, which was a long time ago, as you can see from all these cobwebs, and I did drain all the fuel from the tank. You can undo the fuel filter in the engine bay, so I did that, turned the ignition on and drained all the old fuel out. It wasn't too bad in terms of quality. It was kind of a pale yellow colour in comparison to the new fuel, which was, you know, much more white and an off-white tinge. But yeah, I thought there's no planning on this channel. Let's charge the battery up. It's had a couple of hours now. That's the immobiliser, that beep, and we're going to see if it starts. Hear that buzzing there? That's the electro-hydraulic power steering. And you did see the needle sweep there. That's because this has a mile per hour converter and delimiter that's specific to the Mark II MR2. So here we go. Let's see if it starts. Oh, just about. Yeah, looks good. Doesn't sound too bad. Ooh, bit of a misfire there. Sounds a bit lumpy. Let's go take a look at the engine bay, shall we? Twin cam 16 turbo. I love that. So here it is. This is a revision 3 model, so there's no airflow meter over the side there. It's all done. Ignition's done by a map sensor here. I did fit the water-to-air intercooler, or the charge cooler, from a Toyota Celica GT4. Ideally suited this engine, of course, because it's mid-engined, and the standard intercooler is kind of through this vent inside, so it was never particularly good. Yeah, I think it's running on 3 cylinders. I'm gonna leave it to warm up for 5 minutes or so. We'll see if it clears up. These are the DEFI link gauges. They were quite a lot of money back in the day. Oil temperature is working. Turbo gauge is working. The oil pressure isn't. You can see it's doing this LED flash. One long flash and then one short one. I think that means there's an issue with the sensor, so I need to buy another one of those. But yeah, 3 A-pillar gauges, very of their time. Personally, I like them. Being a JDM model, you got things that weren't available in the UK and US markets, like, for example, full 2-stage climate control. So you can put on this auto setting here. Let's just put on windscreen so to get the blowing out of our face, and you essentially set the temperature with this slider, and you can hear it automatically adjust the fans when I do that. And of course 2-stage air conditioning, econo mode and full AC. It doesn't work in this car, but I did have it working when I owned it, so I will definitely look to get that back up and running. But yeah, that's one cool little feature of the JDM cars, this digital climate control. When I put the fresh fuel in it, I think I put about 20 or 15 litres in or so. That's the resulting fuel level. You're probably wondering, this engine management light, that is because the charge cooler intercooler pump, the electric pump that pumps water in the charge cooler, it's disconnected. And in this car I actually retrofit the ECU from a Celica ST205 along with the charge cooler, so it's effectively an OEM setup for the charge cooler. You know, the ECU can control the pump, even though it doesn't really control it, it just leaves it on all the time anyway. But yeah, that's the reason I have the engine management light there. It's because the pump's disconnected, so I think it's code 54 it throws up. Yeah, still a little bit rough, but it did start, which is pretty impressive really. And the interior, it's in really nice condition overall. T-bar roof, of course, in this model. Have the electric folding mirrors, the ultimate test. Yep, they're both working, that's good. Yes, we're definitely down a cylinder at the minute. You can see the engine sort of shaking. And I can smell the unburned fuel coming out the back. So I think it's injecting okay. I think the fuel system's good. I think we've just got an ignition issue, so that'd be something to look at. I don't think it was doing this when I first took the car back over a year ago now, so something to look into. You can see we have a couple of bars of temperature now. I've got the door open, that's why it's quite loud. And it is smoothing out. Have a listen to this. I think that is running on all 4 cylinders now. It's just a bit lumpy, so it's slowly coming back to life. This gauge cluster I've got in the car is actually taken from a UK model, so this is a UK Speedo that has the mile per hour and the kilometre per hour built in. I've got the battery gauge from a UK market car in place of where the factory boost gauge would be, because I have this one just here. And finally it has that security light there, which I don't think is hooked up to anything in this car, but I need to check that. I can't honestly remember. It might be hooked up to the alarm. It's still intermittently cutting one of the cylinders. You can sort of see it when I hold the revs constant rate about 2000 RPM. You can see there that it is running on 4 and then cutting down to 3 and then going back onto 4. So it should clear up. We've got some temperature in the car now. The oil temperature is at 75 degrees. And yeah, I can hear, I'm pretty sure it's misfiring at idle, but I'll just raise the RPM. Up at 2.25 to 2,500 there, I think it is running on 4, so yeah, it seems to be just misfiring low down. If I just blip the throttle slightly. Yeah, I think it is getting better, but yeah, I think at idle like this, it definitely feels like it's running on 3 cylinders. Well, it doesn't feel like it's going to clear up. It's at 80 something degrees oil temperature now. Yeah, it might be fouled spark plugs or something similar. Bearing in mind the fact it hasn't been on the road since 2019 or 2020 or so. So I think I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, running, which is really good. I'm looking forward to getting this on the road massively. When I had it, I drove it to Switzerland, to the south of France. Everything was working in it. Air conditioning, electric folding mirrors. I had a great stereo. It wasn't this one. I mean, it was great at the time. See, I'll show you the amplifier here. It's got this kind of old school JBL GTO amplifier. It does have the subwoofers behind either seat as well. I upgraded those with Tang Band neodymium subwoofers behind each seat in the little cubby boxes there, back in the day. So yes, there we go. That's my 1994 Toyota MR2 Turbo revision 3 twin cam 16 valve turbo. I am much looking forward to getting it back on the road.